talk, then you're not being quiet.
Why are you talking?
So I guess this is where you wait for unsuspecting maidens?
Well, I don't usually shoot them with a bow and arrow, but yes, this is the general approach.
And he's proud of it. Truly unbelievable.
Well, now, I don't always use the rescue, of course.
The rescue? You mean you have a name for it, like it's some sort of dumb show?
Well, it is. It's entertaining, isn't it?
Well, it is dumb.
Yes, here now. If it's so dumb, how is it my lady-in-waiting happened to fall for it?
Fall for it? I did nothing of the kind, and I'm not your lady-in-waiting.
Thank God for small lessons.
I saw through that childish ploy right from the start.
You ate up like mutton.
Really? What an imagination. Not to mention an ego like that of King John.
Here now, watch that tongue.
Why, will you put an arrow through me?
I'd rather put one through that deer, but you just scared him off.
What deer? I don't see him.
Oh, gone a mile now. You scared the antlers right off of him.
Scare the antlers off of you, more like.
No, it wasn't the antlers.
You calls are rude.
Here, now we've got a real one.
How
This
bold
is
do you
rude.
think, Sir Knave?
Any way you'd like me to, my lady.
God, more like the bottom of a river or something. Can't you clear these things out of my way, these branches and twigs, like the infernal tendrils of hell, reaching up to drag me down, to deprive the gentle earth of this abundance of holiness?
Thought you wanted a shortcut, my lord.
No, what I wanted was for you to fix the wheel on our coach.
We couldn't fix it ourselves, Your Grace. Perhaps if you want you back to the task.
Lift my back. How disarmingly funny you are for a Foster. Why, I haven't lent my back to anything since I was a child, climbing onto a swing. Actually, now that I think of it, I was helped up. Lent my back. Are you sure this is the right way to the sheriff's castle?
Aye, my lord.
It is most inconvenient. Why can't you visit Hereford every once in a while?
I'm sure I can't imagine, my lord.
Why, I'm sure you can't. Even now, I can feel death coming upon me. Its icy cold hand upon my brow. Come with me, it's saying. Had be better to carry my head in my hands and offer it to the highest bidder.
Your Grace should try and keep his lid on.
Stop trying to cheer me up. It won't work. Besides, you do better to kill me with your sword before somebody else does.
Is that an order, Your Grace?
Of course it's not an order, you ninny.
Good thing we didn't turn up, I think it.
A good thing for your sake. If you understood what a figure of speech is, well, you wouldn't be a forester then, would you?
No? I'd be a bishop.
Oh, shut up, and let me die free of levity! Once the soil gently drums into my coffin, then you may jest all you want.
Thank you, my lord.
Now are you sure this is the right way to the sheriff's castle? No, I should die alone of a heart attack, far before the bandits find me. That'll be some consolation at least. Promise me you won't let them desecrate my person.
Aye, I'll threaten him, my lord. Now come along.
Sorry, Your Grace. Didn't mean to startle you.
How did you not Beelzebub?
What's your business here?
Business. Oh, I know. Pies.
What?
Huh? Pies! Any fine pies today? Pies!
What would a bishop be doing with pies?
No. See, I have the pies. See, I'm selling them. Listen. Pies! Will anybody buy my fine pies today? Pies!
I don't want any of your fine pies. Where do you keep them anyway? In your pockets? Let's go.
What's the trouble here?
We're trying to pass, but this pie salesman won't let us.
Oh, no! Not the pie, man! He's always doing this.
Really? It's quite annoying.
Certainly is. Now see here, you, that's a full-fledged bishop right there. You know you're blocking him?
Pies! Any fine pies today?
What's all this about?
We're trying to pass this pie salesman won't let us.
Well, that doesn't seem very nice at all, now does it?
Well, instead of talking, why don't you help me move him?
You'd be cheeky about it.
Don't, he didn't mean it. Won't you help?
I'm trying to pass, do you mind?
Well, we are married. It won't do us any good.
Pies! Any fine pies today?
Perhaps if one of you bought one from
You buy one! Looks like you've had the practice.
Did you hear what he just said to me?
I wasn't keeping track, my lord.
Oh, not another one!
What goes on here? You're disturbing the woods.
There's nobody left in the woods.
Then what goes on here?
We're trying to move the pie man.
Who are you pushing? Don't push the pie man.
Oh, just kill the pie man!
Try lifting him, maybe. We'll go under.
Who are all these people?
Split the pie man in two. We'll go between them.
I had no idea the force was this busy.
Reason at the pie man. You don't understand that.
They really ought to make the road much wider at this spot.
Look, all I wish in life is to sell my fine pies.
Oh! Why didn't you just say so?
I'll buy a pie. I'd like a pie very much.
I'd like 2 pies.
What is all of this? It's too confusing. Wait! Is it a trick? Are you all in this here to get me to buy a pie? All right. I'll take a pie. I'll take all your pies.
If you run away really, really fast, I won't rip off your ankles.
Fair enough!
What's going on here? Careful, I'm very holy. Oh, thank goodness. A good, stout monk. I hope you are flesh and blood and not some trickery of the wood sprites.
I'm real enough, fatty.
Oh, thank God. Fatty? What man of God calls me fatty?
A true one. One not so richly dressed.
Thus I am closer to God. Who can be richer than that?
We can, after we help ourselves.
To what abbey do you belong, sir?
To the Abbey of Sherwood.
I know of no such abbey. Who's your abbot?
Friar Robin Hood.
Oh, no! Please! I'll pay you! I'll make you all very rich men!
You hear that? We can be rich, just like him.
Yes!
Imagine hundreds of bishops of Hereford marching down the street, covered in jewels, their fat bellies jiggling in the wind.
I don't know, Roman. Doesn't sound too good to me.
Now think it over, lads and lasses. It gives us a chance to be cruel and merciless, have all the food we can eat, depriving those less fortunate through higher taxes.
Yes! I mean, no!
You mean yes, because that's the way you think. You're selfish and greedy and ignorant. You give nothing to people but your loathing. You're the least holy man I know, besides King John.
He's a personal friend of mine.
Oh, I know. I consider that in your sentencing.
Sentencing!
Yes, but I'm leaving you to a higher judge.
I think I know who you mean.
You do? I'm surprised at that. He's forsaken you long ago, just as you've forsaken him.
What are you going to do to me?
First, I'm going to give you a chance to say your prayers. If you still remember how, then we're going to hang you.
No! Please, I promise you, you're making a mistake!
No, I think we got it right. Noose, neck, tree, drop. I think that should do it. Take this walking pillow to the nearest branch and heave him. Fare you well, your grace. It's been unpleasant.
Naughty, naughty, Robin. You're a cruel man.
I've been taught by the best.
1, 2, 3!
Greetings, Pyrus.
Yes, I saw what you just did there. Harsh, but I suppose he had it coming.
What?
Oh, no, Pyrus. Did you really think we would hang him?
Oh, no, of course not. I meant your prank. It was a harsh prank to play.
Yes, of course. Oh, yes! Marion Harper, may I present my cousin, the Pyrus of Kirklees.
Charmed. Robin, if it's all right with you, I'd better take my charity and leave. It was a trying journey.
Of course.
You mean the treasure really is distributed to the poor? What a thing to say. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh, this lady had her doubts, that's all. But I'm sure you've convinced her, Pyrus.
I suppose.
It's nothing in your favor. A little time will give to you 6 months of true hard labor.
With me, hip for the day.
With me, in for the day. With me, in for the day. For the day, oh.
At 6 o'clock the screw comes in.
A bunch of keys are in his hand.
Step up, my lads, and step inside.
Tread the wheel till breakfast time.
You're off, King.
I'm sorry, horse. I never professed the singing ability of a four-legged animal.
Well, Google. Now, tell me more of this Robin Hood. Must be a right merry camp to live in.
I fain think he is good, my horse.
Fane?
I fain think he is.
Fane. Why are you all Fane? Strike that one for my son. Never lost on her again.
Fate?
Strike! Strike, I say! Rid yourself of such frills and humbuggery! Rid yourself of such frills and potentiations. No potentiations and no expectations. Strike!
Aye, my captain. Strike wide.
Now, my dear little Much, where exactly is this happy camp?
Camp, my horse? What camp?
Why, the bandits' camp.
Bandits? My horse? What bandits?
Robin Hood, takes my rich so he can get to the poor. Where's the bloody captain, Captain Robin Hood? Do you know which one I mean?
I fain think.
Strike!
I think so. It's yonder about 2 miles. Follow the stream upland. It'll come to Greenwood Glen, the stand of Oaken Beach. That's the camp.
Ah,
Good horse. Art thou mad at me?
you? Mad at you, my good little friend. What, never?
Oh,
I'm just anxious.
oh, 'cause in all my experience, never did I meet a horse what was mad.
Oh?
Aye, all even and pleasant tempered they are. Why, they're the gentlest animal in the world.
So I am. So I am.
No, you're not. You're mad as a hatter, and I fain wonder if I am mad too, for what I have done told you.
Now Saturday's come, I'm sorry to say.
For Sunday's Starvation Day,
Our hobnail boots and our tin cups too.
they are not shining, they will not!
upon live insects. So foul was their stench. Many of the bandits had teeth removed and eyes missing. As they tortured me, they laughed like banshees.
No small children?
Do you want to hear the tale of my exploits or not?
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Good. One was an ogre, a giant who caused rock slides whenever he spoke.
Rock slides.
Yes? And another, a false holy man from the caves of Satan himself. An immensely fat and disgusting creature, I assure you.
Yes, I can almost see him now.
What? Well, after torturing me for hours, they finally decided to end their orgy of pleasure by hanging me. An act I was sure would give me instant relief. But alas, not even that comfort was allowed to me, as such was their state of poverty and disarray that the rope was quite old and ill of stature, that it snapped clear in half.
Perhaps the strain was too much.
Oh, it was an old rope.
Yet they didn't try again. Why?
It was obvious. They had no more rope.
Then why didn't they try another method?
Well, you see, great cavities in their skulls, or that many of their brains had been removed. By habit or accident, I could not tell.
Their brains have been removed. Yes, that's why they constantly outwit us. So the rope broke and you outran them. Is that it?
What? Such was their utter disregard for my person that they walked away, laughing.
You poor, poor man.
Yes, it was horrible, truly awful.
Hereford, you overstuffed cushion! If they had wanted to kill you, they would have! They just wanted to scare you, to show you that they're not afraid of us!
I escaped through God's will.
God hasn't listened to you for decades!
I can see further conversation will be futile. I have related my events, and that is that. These monsters must be stopped at all cost, especially that loathsome Robin Hood.
What was he like?
Well, you see, I was not impressed. By his bearing, his manner of speech, I was not impressed.
And when do we hear from this Guy of Gisborne?
Shortly, I expect. But like a cooking pot, he cannot be watched and hopes that he will boil.
Shut up!
My lord, Guy of Gisborne.
Send him in. I think I hear the pot whistling now. You may go. Not you, Gisborne! Are you sure about this?
He's eccentric.
Thank you, your master. Oh.
I am not your majesty.
Whose majesty are you?
200 pounds. 200 pounds for a clown. For a court jester in a horse's costume.
Oh, your majesty, your little words sting me.
Someone remove this pathetic wretch from my sight.
Wretch, jester, clown, nobody talks to me like that. And this is not a costume. This is the hide of a horse. Tanned and pure, tough as armor, but light as steel, through which the power of the horse is passed through me. I have slain 70 men, and Robin Hood would be one more. Any who doubt me, oppose me now.
If you ever so much as touch me again, your head will leave your shoulders so fast you'll be able to see it hit the ground. Once this job is complete, you'll never set foot in Nottingham again. Is that clear?
Clear, mostly clear, actually.
I am not! What progress have you made?
Oh, that which is best. For I have the location of that camp.
And where is this camp?
Oh, I think not. Having our force run in there and scatter the lot. 100 muddy the water that one man treads clearly. And besides, it's not a head you'll be getting.
Very well.
200 more and another 2 when I deliver.
You're holding me up. You're holding me up for more.
Now that I have the location, yes.
Which of you is Robin Hood? I can no longer tell.
Oh, come, Lordship, I know how much this man means to you both. I heard they robbed some fat bishop the other day, and mighty God, you should have seen Hereford Glover and Sweatwing commission me. Oh, God, what a sight!
I was only trying to pique his interest.
Take this deposition to my attendant.
Oh, thank you, your majesty. Oh, sovereign of the realm of darkness, lord of all the earth. Oh, thank you.
That is the last time you ever buy a horse for me.
Oh, yes. I see your jest.
Quiet. Are there any warrants pending for Gisborne?
Normally I just hand him up. The sheriff of Hereford is a personal friend of mine. Had warrants for Gisborne come as frequently as rain. More so, in fact, it having been a rather dry season last year in Hereford.
Hold the next one and have it delivered to me. When Gisborne hands me Robin's head, I will hand him his own.
That's what I like about you. You have a marvelous sense of fair play.
And now for our surprise guest. Send her in. Thank you for waiting, Prioress.
What is this about, my Lord Sheriff?
You know full well what this is about, my dear.
Come. You were in the bandits' camp, were you not?
I see no reason to deny it. It is God's will I was born Robin Hood's cousin, and no doing of my own.
Cousin! There's an interesting shade of color. If there ever happened to be a threat to your retaining the Priory of Kirklands, I would say it was blood ties to a murderous outlaw.
Murderous? You know he's not murderous.
No, not when it's a royal forester!
Not when it's self-defense!
Oh, please, Prioress. I did not bring you here to discuss legalities. The situation is plain. You are doling out stolen money brought to you by Robin Hood. More than enough to pack you from the Priory and slap you in prison for good. Unless, of course...
Unless what?
You see, Lord Bishop? She's eager to make good. I knew you had it in you. You are to report to me Robin Hood's every move. I want to know everything these bandits do. Is that clear?
Yes, it is.
You comply very quickly. I warn you, if this is any sort of trick...
No, my lord. The donations from Robin Hood, I keep half that money for myself. You see, I'm not as strong as my cousin. And in these sad times with our serpent king draining the kingdom dry, the only way I could retain my priory was through a little thievery of my own. No, my lord, you haven't reformed me. I was at your level to begin with.
Play 17 come Sunday. That was 17 come Sunday. We'll play it again.
Too bad much ain't here for this.
Aye, there is much.
Ain't seen him for days.
You know him. His drawbridge only goes halfway.
At least he's got a drawbridge.
I need one too. If I had a moat like yours.
Why would you need a moat?
Your walls are so low anyways.
What are you two talking about?
Castles.
Robin!
Two things. One, there's a man up there in the north. He's coming straight for us.
One man.
Aye, I've never seen him before.
Break camp, Robin?
No. Let's see who he is. What's the other thing, Arthur?
My turn watch is over. Can I have something to eat?
Look, Alan, keep playing. Everyone else, be merry.
I walked a mighty way today to peep in a fairy dell, to watch the little gnomes at play and see them work as well. A cheery good evening to you all, good sirs and lasses. Oh, I never expected to find lasses in a den of robbers and thieves. Tell me, which one of you is Robin Hood?
Robert who?
No, he said Robin Hood, you know.
Oh yes, Robin Hood. He's a famous outlaw, isn't he? I've heard some smashing things about him.
I'm sorry, sir, but you have us mistaken. I'm Friar Tuck, and this is my flock. We were just holding a midnight mass.
Oh, well, I'm Philip of France, come to eat British soil from a bowl. Is King John about?
He's a jolly one, isn't he? You're a jolly one.
We might as well tell you the truth. It's plain you're on to us.
Yes, sir.
We're not here for midnight mass. We're a band of traveling gypsies. Play Alan.
What good luck? I'm a gypsy too. Oh, much, oh dear, much, he told me you liked a good jest.
Much who?
Much what?
How much? Or who is this much?
All right, gentle folk, play your little game. I'll not crack your parapets.
Ooh, that's a relief.
Besides, I know how risky it is being an outlaw. In all of Herefordshire, there's none as feared as Dee of Gisborne.
Ah, yes, Guy of Gisborne. Robs from the rich so he can rob from the poor.
No, my pure fancy, sir. Rumors and mythological interpretations. Once you become famous, the mouths of the countryside feel they have their way with you. Saddens me sometimes, it does. Good brother Robin gleans the good news while poor Guy of Gisborne suffers the bad. Maybe if I were prettier.
Oh, that's so sad.
Stay the night and sup with us, Gisborne. We never turn down a good man.
You are kind, good sir.
Tell us, good sir, what means this hide that you're wearing?
This is the hide of a horse. Its power passes through me.
Well, Little John's got the head of an ox, but we don't know what passes through him.
I assure you, good people, the power of the horse is nothing to jest about.
Tell me, Guy, where is this much person you spoke of?
Oh, wandering here and there, everywhere. You know him, Robin.
You really want to hear it, don't you?
Well, I wouldn't mind hearing something at least.
Well, I don't know if I particularly want to say it.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, the sole purpose seems to be to assuage your massive ego.
I think it's rather your ego that's at stake here, don't you? When someone can't do a simple thing, like admit they made a harsh, irrational judgment on another human being.
How can you say that? Especially in light of what's happened? I should think after last night.
Here now, don't try and butt off my feelings.
Oh, what does that mean? What are you talking about?
Well, it's obvious. I'm trying to separate work and pleasure. I know you're respecting in one area, it's the other I'm concerned about.
You mean I respect your pleasure and not your work?
Well, it sounds foolish now, of course.
I'm glad we agree.
But you know full well what I mean.
No, I don't. I don't separate a person from what they do, Robin. In this life, you're only as good as your deeds, and I wouldn't have... if I didn't think highly of you.
Oh, that was well put. You left out more words than you put in.
I was wrong about you, Robin. I was wrong about you, Robin Hood. Takes from the rich so he can give to the poor. Ballads shall be sung, banners shall be raised, and food will be named after you. Children will look up, the sheriff will look down, but you will always stare straight ahead and true. Long live your name, Robin, and may all your offspring be giants. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yes, I think that rather does it.
Oh, you are such a Saxon.
What did you mean, Saxon?
Oh, Robin, you know. Gee.
Sorry, gentlefolk. Seems I've made the first mistake of a wandering woodsman. Never come upon a lad and his lads. Unless, of course, the lad's not around!
What can we do for you, Guy?
Oh, nothing really. I'm an early riser, I suppose. Especially when it's somebody else's camp. You know how that is. Somebody else's grass, somebody else's rocks. Makes you restless, I suppose. Well, maybe I'll just hunt for some breakfast. Aye, that sounds like a hot hero-bust idea. Hunting for breakfast. Man needs to kill, I suppose. Fresh scent of blood and meat. You know how it is, Robin.
I never said my name was Robin, friend. You did.
Then what is your name?
I never did say.
Never did say. That's a fair bonny lass you got there, lad. She looks high-born, is she high-born?
Low-born, born in a pond.
Born in a pond. And here I thought you were a fairy princess. Never knew a real fairy princess. What I want to know is, how hard is Robin Hood's head? That crack like an acorn, or a walnut?
Save yourself, Marion! Run! You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Me too. Me too.
What are you two doing here?
No, the question is, what are you doing here?
Why so secretive, Robin?
If I'm secretive, don't you suppose I might have a reason?
Yes, we just felt it may not be a very good one.
All right. It's my cousin, the prioress. She's in deep trouble. The sheriff and the bishop know what she's been doing. They found out we were related. They're threatening her with prison if she doesn't comply with their wishes. Poor thing's frightened to death. She sent me a message to meet her here at Tanner's Grove right now. She doesn't trust anyone but me. That's why I had to come alone.
Well, what should we do?
You're going back. That's what you do.
Now wait a minute, Robin, you big bloody hero.
She'll pay if she's more than me. Now all of you, both of you.
What if we...
You heard him, Will. He's got to go it alone. You know how he's always right.
Yes, it's annoying as it is. Prioress, over here.
Robin, I'm so glad you came.
Do nothing to fear. The sheriff will not harm you. I will protect you. I give you my word.
Robin, I fear you're right. You will protect me. I'm sorry, Robin. Survival has never been an easy thing. As I told you, difficult times.
Come, Prioress. Let's not dampen an otherwise triumphant occasion with maudlin sentiments and half-hearted excuses. You betrayed him, and he will die. There. You see how simple it is?
I've done what I've done. Listening to you is not part of the bargain.
Careful, Prioress. I can still change my mind. So the merry bandit of Sherwood himself. We finally meet. I hope it's a great pleasure for you as it is for me.
Only if you run yourself through with a sword a number of times, Lord Sheriff.
So bold. The outlaw. So arrogant. That will change.
Don't despair, Robin! Help is fast approaching! Long swine, prepare to meet that dude! You generals and pomegranates! You deceptive deceivers of deception! Such trick man as such! Very good! I am heading with the drink of battle!
You are heading with a bunch of mumsy! You illiterate little hobo! You pathetic little trap! You challenged the finest swordsman in the kingdom! A bullet choice for a practice bout!
I don't need to practice where I'm going. No, you're supposed to say that to me. I don't need to practice to carve you up. You talking about cheese? You loosely strung vegetable puppet?
Keep starting that nonsense, ragamuffin! It compliments your dueling style!
You haven't seen my dueling style. Oh, goodness. I don't have a dueling style.
We'll run off. It's no good.
He who fights and runs away won't get a chance at this again.
Bravely spoken!
Oh, I think I'm dying. Glorious night. Too bad Robin didn't see it.
If only he was as quick with his sword as he was with his tongue, I might have had a match in my hands.
You'll regret what you've done on this day.
Till that most fearful time, take her away.
Unfortunately, that's all we have time for